So who's telling you that Apple's so expensive? I'm going to show you how to buy 5 different Mac computers combined for under $2,000. Let's talk about it. All right, welcome back to the channel. So on this video, I want to go over something I hear over and over and over again. Apple's way too expensive. It's way too expensive, right? Well, no. You know, besides the thing, like there's arguments, right? Apple comes with free software. It comes with better build quality in a lot of cases. The M1 chips are very fast. It's got great screens and great hardware. So it's you know, a lot of things going for it. But a lot of people say, well, the price, it's just way overpriced, way too much money. What I'm going to show you today is, I'm going to show you what you can get for $2,000 combined, how many systems and Apple systems you can get. So let's kind of get into the video. I just want to set this precedent that Apple doesn't have to be expensive if you know where to look and you buy the right systems. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the video showing you kind of a Windows laptop that costs about $2,000 and see if you're better off buying that one laptop or buying these 5 different Mac computers and having them all around the house for different use cases. And before you say, oh, some of these are older, they're going to be used or refurbished, yes, but they're still going to work great and they're going to all be for specific tasks, and I'm going to kind of explain what those tasks are. So stay with me. I'm going to show you, can you really get 5 Mac computers for $2,000? We're going to talk about this. Oh yeah, and before I forget, I just passed 10,000 subs. Thank you very much, especially the people that keep watching them over and over again and do comments and likes and all that stuff. So I appreciate it. Let's grow this together. I hope I can get to 100,000, maybe before 2050. We'll see. All right, let's get into the video. All right, just to start this off, I'm going to have a screenshot of this, so we're going to look at my screen here. Here's a Microsoft Surface Pro 9. It's the latest model, it says. It's got an i7, 16 gigs of memory, and a 1 terabyte SSD. This is $19.99. Right now on Black Friday sale of $200 off, so it's actually more expensive. So you can obviously get a lot of good deals with Windows systems, but I'm just using this as an example of what you can get for $1,900 right now. This doesn't even include the keyboard, mind you. You got to spend maybe another $100, $150 on the keyboard too. I'm going to leave that out because I know there's other better models you can get. There's going to be maybe more RAM you can get in different systems and stuff like that. Also, if you're a gamer, this is not a gaming laptop, but there's a lot of gaming laptops. If you're a gamer, I would say get a PC. This is not for you. This video is not for you. I don't want to hear that because I know that Macs aren't the best, and that's fine. You know, PCs are for that. But this is what the baseline is going to be. So now let's go ahead and take a look at some other stuff. But I wanted to set this precedent. You either can get this right here, or you can get 5 of what I'm going to show you. And we'll get through this in a second. And also, just to set up this video, I'm going to go through each 1 through 5. I'm going to show you what the computer is, what you get, the price, and then I'm going to, at the end of the video, I'm going to add them all up and give you the final cost for all 5 of them. And then I'm going to put it against that one Windows laptop. And you tell me, you might have a different kind of take on this and all that kind of stuff, but I just want to show people if you really want to get your whole family into the Apple ecosystem, you can do it. Now granted, some of these are going to be a little bit older, obviously, but they're going to be for very specific use cases. So keep that in mind, and let's get into them. 1 through 5, I'm going to show you all of them. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I'm going to show you real pricing here as well, where I can pick them up today. All right, number 1 is going to be the thing I have sitting right here. I recommend getting the M1 MacBook Air, and you can pick this up used. I'm going to have an example of this online. You can look at my screen. I think it's $669 used. You can actually pick this up right now, $799 at Best Buy, brand new. So you got to debate if that a couple $100 or $150 is worth it. But anyways, this is the first computer in the list, and why do I pick this? First computer in the 5 of them that'll equal $2,000 eventually is going to be this, and it's $669. The reason I like this is it's super modern. It's got a great build quality. The screen's incredible. 8 gigs of RAM, 256 SSD, but it can run everything that Surface can and probably more. Chip is incredible on these things. So this is the base one. This is the one you're going to be using doing all of your main stuff on. And this is the computer that I think is comparable to a lot of those more expensive Windows laptops. So you pick this up first, and then beyond that, you know, these other ones are going to be just gravy. So this is number 1 in the list. I'd recommend getting this. The price I just showed you, $669. All right, the second computer I'd pick up, and this is all going to add up, trust me, to under $2,000, is going to be this one. It's a 27-inch iMac, and it's from 2017. Now I have one sitting over there. I'll show you some pictures of it. I don't want to move the camera right now, but these are great. I do all my editing on this, and this one's actually faster than one I have over there. So this one's going to be a 4.2 quad-core i7, 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gig SSD, AMD Radeon 575 with 4 gigs of data, video card RAM. $679 right now, $679. The kicker, the 5K screen. So this is a beautiful 5K screen. This is going to be a computer that you use, and let me explain in a second, for everything that you want to do media-wise. This is great for viewing YouTube with a 5K screen. It's great for video editing. You can open these things up and add 32, 64, 128 gigs of RAM in the back of them. You can do it yourself in 2 minutes. These systems, I do all my editing over there on this. It's 4K and higher, well, not higher, but 4K editing. Super fast. And this is even faster than the one I have over there, so you know you can do it on that. These are going to be just incredible systems. So you put this maybe in your office. This is your second computer, and this computer will be able to do all your office stuff, and it'll also be able to do video conferencing. It's got built-in cameras. It can also do tons of media content, YouTube, and just anything you want to see that's beautiful. Reading documents for older eyes. 5K makes it super clear, it's beautiful. So pick this up as your second computer, $679, and let's keep going. That's the use case for this. This is the one that stays home, and this is the one that you do almost all your work on because you just love the way it looks on that screen. And if you were to buy that screen separately, like the studio display, it's gonna cost you $1,600 by itself. So, I'm saying this, and I have a M1 right here, but I like the 2017 even better, to tell you the truth. It's just more powerful in the end when you put more RAM in it. All right, so number 3, pick this up too in this list before we get to $2,000. This is only $189. This is actually a 2015 MacBook Air. It's basically a MacBook Air from 2015. Comes with i5, comes with 1.6 gigahertz, so it's not gonna be the fastest. 128 gig SSD, not the biggest, but 8 gigs of RAM. SSD, 8 gigs of RAM. Having SSDs in all these systems across the board is the most important thing. Never get a Mac without an SSD, just keep that in mind. Anyways, so this thing is gonna be, I had a review, I just did one on a 2014, I believe, and this is a 2015, mind you, so this is actually even a little bit better. And that thing was able to do 4K editing, mind you, it's very slow at doing 4K. It can do 1080p just fine though. It can do all basic editing and stuff, and it can do any type of work task for you. It's just a great system. 2015 works great. Now, what's the use case? Why would you pick this up in this mix of 5 different systems? Number 1, this is a great burner travel laptop, and I just went to Arizona for a wedding. I took mine with me. Mine was a year older. I took it with me. I didn't want to bring this thing down here because it cost too much money. Didn't want to bring an expensive one because I didn't want it to get broke and travel. I was able to upload and actually work on a 4K video when traveling, slower than this obviously, but it still worked really good. So this 2015 MacBook Air worked flawlessly for checking email, for getting, looking at work stuff, all that kind of stuff combined. And $189, and they come in really good condition. So you can find them for that. You can always find them for under about $200. So another use, kids. If you have a kid in the house, you don't want to spend much money, like $1,000, $800. Spend $189, give the kid this thing. They won't even know the difference. And actually, I might as well show it to you because I got it sitting right here. I don't know why I didn't even pick it up. This is mine right here. You can see it. Perfect condition. It looks like it's actually brand new. I mean, I got this thing. Mine was even cheaper, but I got a year older. So anyways, this is the one I recommend for the cost now, $189. Use it for kids, use it for travel. Have that burner laptop when you don't want to damage the other one or you're afraid you're going to get it stolen or something. This is the one. So that's number 3, and let's keep going. All right, so the 4th computer you should pick up in this mix is, look at my screen. It's a 21.5-inch iMac. It's the late 2013. Now, I don't want to go over there. I did a video on this. I'll show you some pictures of it. I did a whole review of this exact laptop. Key again is SSD and at least 8 gigs of RAM, and it's fast. It's a 2013, mind you, 21.5-inch 1080p, but I'll tell you one thing, the screen is really vibrant, it's great. This is the computer you put in your kid's room again. It's not gonna be that expensive, it's $319. I actually picked mine up for $168 because I think I had, what did I have? I don't even know what the difference was. I actually just got a really good deal. I think mine was maybe a 2.3 gigahertz as far as the processor. This is a 2.7. Actually, no, I think this has actually 16 gigs of RAM. I'm sorry. This one comes with 16 gigs of RAM for $319. That's the main difference. So mine only had 8. Mine could do 4K editing fairly quickly. It could do 1080p. It could do anything basically modern Macs can do. Had the screen included for it. I mean, screens usually cost as much as this in this quality of screen. So this computer is small enough to be moved around. Maybe have this in the kitchen or the workshop for recipes or where you do billing and stuff like that. So this is your 4th computer in the mix. 319 bucks, and then we're going to add all these up in a second after I go for the last one. 319 bucks, you can't beat it. 16 gigs of RAM, you can almost get up to the newest OS, and even if you have a little bit of knowledge, you can do it for sure using some kind of patches and stuff, which I don't want to get in this video, but it's possible on these systems, and they're just great. So 319 bucks for this one. All right, so the fifth computer is going to be the one that I want to talk about right here. So why would I pick this up? I had another video on this, and I actually have one sitting right over there. It's basically the 2012 Mac Mini. Now, the 2012 Mac Mini came with the 4-core, and it also came with an i5 and an i7. I only have the i5, but you can pick up the i7 or the i5. Comes with 4 cores. The ones like 2013 and 14, they actually went down to 2 cores only. So the 2012 is actually a lot faster in a lot of cases. So this one right here is got the i5, 2.5 gigahertz, 512 SSD. That's a huge SSD. 16 gigs of RAM for $134. $134. Think about that. That's not even, I mean, the cost of the SSD costs half that at least. So this system's incredible. These things, now why would you pick one up this old? Well, the main reason is going to be for media consumption again, but also connecting directly to your, you can connect it directly to your TV. So I use this, instead of an Apple TV, it's got an HDMI, you put it right next to your computer right next to your TV, and you can watch any YouTube on there. You can get anything you do on a computer, you can do on your TV. It's small, it fits underneath the shelf, 134 bucks, and this thing's a powerhouse. 16 gigs of RAM and that 512 SSD for all your kind of movies or just pictures you want to show people when they come over on the TV set and stuff. So I recommend picking this up as the last mix. So that's 5 computers, right? Now, what does this all add up to? Again, think about that one Windows laptop you could get. Now, let's think about what we can get for the same cost here. Let's pull this video, this graphic up, and let's go through it. All right, so as you can look at my screen, first one's the M1 MacBook Air, $669. The second one is the 2017 27-inch iMac, $679. The next one's the 2015 MacBook Air, $189. 2013 21.5-inch, basically iMac, $319. And then finally, this one I just talked about, the Mac Mini, $134. You can get all 5 of those computers, all 5 of them, for $19.90, less than the cost of that Windows laptop without the keyboard. So again, people that think these are expensive, they got to rethink this. It's not always the best, not always the newest you have to buy. You buy one of them like this that can do everything, and then you can buy these other ones that can do various jobs around the house. And the kicker again is you're getting a 5K screen on that iMac that was only $669 or whatever it cost. You're getting a 5K screen for media consumption there. I mean, that's the same screen basically. It's a little worse than the studio display that costs $1,600 just by itself. And you're getting 5 other computers with this deal, a bunch of screens with all the laptops and everything. So it's pretty incredible that you actually go about, buying this for this much money. And you get that the 5K is the kicker. I use that all the time. It's one of my favorites. Again, I'm not even talking about this new iMac here because I don't even like the other ones. I mean, I don't even know if I'd buy this. I'd probably buy all 5 of the other ones first. I have a review channel, so I buy all these ones. I love this one too, but I kind of trade them. I give them to people I know and stuff, and then I buy different ones for reviews, and then I get rid of them. So I don't always keep all of them because I just have too many. But at the end of the day, if you're a household, you have kids, and you have various things like a kitchen or a workshop or something, these are just great. And you can get creative under 2K, and this is what you can do if you really put your mind to it. Apple doesn't have to be expensive. I'm showing you right now. You can, you go out and look at, Alienware, any kind of a laptop, Dell business laptop that's going to be around $2,000. And you tell me, would you rather have 5 of these things with that 5K huge screen, 27-inch, or would you have one little laptop? This thing can basically take over the laptop. Anything you need with it, this one will do right here, the M1, and then you got all the extras. We'll talk to everybody soon. I hope you like these kind of videos. Thanks again for 10,000 subs. We'll talk to you in maybe a couple days after Thanksgiving. Peace.